Cruel King by Alice Fox. Empire of Sin series, Book 1. Scarlett. I knew entering Caesar's dark world would be dangerous, but I never imagined the depth of his obsession. Thrust into a deadly game of power and violence, I'm trapped in his gilded cage, at the mercy of a man who knows no bounds. Caesar's possessive hunger threatens to consume me, but I can't escape the twisted pull of our connection. If I surrender, I risk losing everything. If I defy him, I may not survive. The moment I met Caesar's icy gaze, I was lost. His touch brands me. His kisses poison my mind until I can think of nothing but submitting to his dark desires. I know he's a monster, a predator who rules his criminal empire with an iron fist. And yet, I crave the danger, the thrill of being possessed by this man who should terrify me. Every time he looks at me with those cruel, beautiful eyes, I'm powerless to resist. This twisted obsession might be my downfall.
Caesar. The moment I laid eyes on her, I knew Scarlett would be my downfall. Her beauty stopped me cold, but it was her fire, her refusal to back down, that hooked me deep. I'd never been hit like that before. I should have walked away, kept my chaos from touching her. But I couldn't. Now she's mine. Heart, body, and soul. But this love is a deadly poison, consuming us slowly. All I know is I'll destroy anyone who dares take her from me, even if it means drowning us both in the aftermath.
Chapter 1. I'm sprinting through the chaotic streets of New York, dodging pedestrians and praying I don't trip in these worn-out sneakers. My hair's a mess, my heart's racing, and I'm projecting the absolute worst version of myself. The perpetually late girl. Again. Stupid alarm clock. I skid to a stop in front of the towering Golden Hotel, my workplace for the last 2 years. My chest heaves as I try to catch my breath after dashing 10 blocks. I glance down at my scuffed shoes and give them a quick swipe on the plush entrance carpet, hoping it's enough to look semi-presentable. "Late again, Scarlett," Alice says, her voice laced with playful annoyance. She's leaning against the reception desk, flipping through employee forms like she owns the place, which, as hotel manager, she practically does. Alice has been my best friend since we were kids, chasing fireflies and dreaming big. She's the reason I even have this job as a maid here, and I owe her everything. But right now, her arched eyebrow is giving me zero sympathy. Let me back up and introduce myself. I'm Scarlett Bloom, born under a blazing Colombian sun. My mom always said babies born on sunny days were destined for happiness. Spoiler alert, she was wrong. But more on that later. My parents' love story was straight out of a romantic comedy. My dad, a young American student, fell hard for my mom in Colombia. They called it love at first sight, and I grew up believing in that magic. When I was 3, we moved to New York for Dad's dream job. I learned English, fell in love with the city's energy, and thought life was perfect. Then it wasn't. When I was 5, cancer stole my dad. My hero, my mischief-making partner, my everything. His death left a hole in our family that never healed. Mom raised me and my older sister, Stella, alone, pouring every ounce of herself into us. We tried to be the perfect daughters, but life had other plans. Stella was my rock, my dreamer of a sister, 2 years older and full of plans we swore we'd chase together. But one night, while I was finishing a shift at a dingy diner, 2 men robbed her. She fought back, and they killed her for the crumpled bills in her purse. That night shattered everything. Mom blames me for not being there, and I think it's her way of coping with a grief too heavy to carry. I don't blame her, but it stings. After Stella's death, Mom's spark faded. Depression took hold, and the warm, tender eyes I used to know stopped looking at me the same way. Now I get why that sunny day promise feels like a fairy tale. "Scarlett, hello?" Alice's voice snaps me out of my thoughts. "Sorry, Em. Won't happen again," I mutter, kicking off my sneakers to slip into my work flats. Alarm didn't go off. "You're lucky Mr. Levi isn't here yet. He'd lecture you into next week." She tosses me a key ring with a teasing smirk. "Room 304, get moving." I glance at my uniform. Light blue today. Special occasion? Probably just a VIP who expects perfection. My job as a maid means I'm the invisible one, scrubbing away other people's messes, tidying rooms they barely use, or, let's be real, trash after a night of questionable choices. No judgment, but yikes. I load up my cleaning cart and hit the elevator button for the 3rd floor. The keyring's gold letters glint as I unlock room 304. The door swings open, and I immediately trip over a pile of clothes strewn across the floor. Really? I sigh. But honestly, this isn't the worst I've seen. A few days ago, I spent hours scrubbing vomit from a bed, furniture, and carpet. 3 days for the smell to fade. I shudder at the memory. Never again, please. This room's not too bad. Looks like a woman's staying here, judging by the silky blouse and heels tossed on the bed. Sometimes I know the guests' names. Other times, they're just ghosts I clean up after. I vacuum, dust, and fold, losing myself in the rhythm until it's done. Back downstairs, Alice is waiting with a grin. Wow, you're quick today. Slow season, huh? Guessed it from the uniform, I say, checking my watch. What's next? Suite 108, Italian guest. Oh, and one more thing. Can you make him a coffee? I blink. I'm not room service. I know. Kitchen's swamped and it's just one coffee. You've got this. She glances at her watch. Mr. Ferraro's impatient. Knock first, okay? I roll my eyes but grab the keys. Fine, but my morning mood's already a vibe, so no promises I'll be Miss Sunshine. Alice laughs, pointing a finger. Be nice, Scarlett. I know how you get. Understatement of the century. I'm a walking storm cloud when I'm late, and today's one of those days where even a buzzing fly could set me off. But I've got this. Coffee, cleaning, chaos. Bring it on. I hustle to the kitchen to whip up this ridiculous coffee, fumbling through cabinets like a lost puppy. I'm no barista. Nobody told me where they stash the fancy imported beans. I have zero clue what this guy likes, but I managed to brew something decent in record time, considering I'm winging it. Coffee in hand, I head to Suite 108, the floor reserved for the elite. Think celebrities, tycoons, or people chasing exclusive thrills. My sneakers squeak to a halt outside the door, and I freeze. There's a guy standing there, tall and built like a linebacker, with dark hair and a vibe that screams trouble. His eyes lock onto mine, and I swallow hard. Is he a bodyguard? A mobster? Scarlett, chill. Good morning, Mr. Ferraro, I say, clutching the coffee like it's my lifeline. I've got your order, and I'll be cleaning your room today. He cracks a small smile, stepping aside. I'm not Mr. Ferraro. He's inside. Go ahead. Oh. My cheeks burn as I slip past him into the suite. Inside, a broad-shouldered man in a sharp black suit paces, barking into his phone. His back's to me, and I catch a few silver strands weaving through his jet black hair. We'll handle it with Giorgio, he snaps, ending the call. I clear my throat, nerves buzzing. Good morning, Mr. Ferraro, He turns, and whoa. Piercing blue eyes pin me in place. A neatly trimmed beard frames his jaw. And that suit? It hugs his athletic frame like it was tailored by angels. He's all elegance and intensity, and I'm suddenly hyper-aware of my messy ponytail. You're late, he says, voice cool and clipped before I can finish. I blink, thrown off. Sorry, If this is the service Levi brags about, it's pathetic. He cuts in, sliding his phone into his pocket with a frown. Excuse me? My filter slips before I can stop it. Well, the service isn't pathetic. We bust our butts cleaning up after people's messes. Oh no. Did I just... He lets out a low, surprised laugh. Are you calling me trash? His eyebrow arches and there's a glint in his eyes. Amusement, maybe? No, I mean, that's not... I stammer, mortified. Relax, he says, waving a hand. I just got here, and this room smells like the last guy's bad decisions. That's why I called for you. I'll take care of it. I promise, desperate to move on. Good. Black duvets? Close the curtains, clean under the bed thoroughly, and make sure it doesn't reek. Capisci? Yes, sir, I mumble, biting back a sarcastic aye. Aye, Captain. He strides out, leaving me alone with the untouched coffee I slaved over. Not even a sip. Rude. Who does he think he is? I grumble under my breath, but get to work, swapping the bedding for those dramatic black duvets. Does he sleep in a cave? Closing the curtains and spritzing the room with cleaner. Honestly, it doesn't smell bad. His cologne lingers instead, a mix of mint and something smoky, like a late-night whiskey. Annoyingly nice. Room done, I lock up and head downstairs to reception, peeling off my gloves with a huff. Alice is there, smirking like she knows something I don't. You didn't warn me about that guy, I say, tossing the gloves aside. Rude, arrogant, and way too bossy. Mr. Ferraro? Alice's eyes widen, all mock innocence. He's refined, Scarlett. Practically a walking cologne ad. I've never heard of him being rude. Refined? He didn't even touch the coffee I made. I lean against the counter, snagging the apple I brought earlier. Maybe my beans weren't fancy enough for him. Alice snickers, then nods toward the elevator. Speak of the devil. Welcome back, Mr. Ferraro. Your room's ready. Grazie, he says, flashing a smile that's annoyingly charming. His eyes flick to me for a split second, and I swear there's a spark of something. Humor? Interest? Before he vanishes into the elevator with 3 men in dark suits, including Mr. Linebacker from earlier. Why's he got an entourage? I mutter, taking a bite of my apple. Alice swats my head lightly. Stop snooping into guests' lives. But seriously, what's his deal? Bodyguards? Secret agents? She shrugs. Word is he runs his dad's old company. Nobody knows much else. My stomach growls, loud enough to betray me. That apple's not cutting it. I'm starving. I'm grabbing food. Haven't eaten all morning. Don't take forever, Alice calls as I head off. More rooms to clean? In the kitchen, I whip up orange juice and toast, eyeing the fancy dishes the other girls are prepping. Croissants stuffed with cheese, bacon sizzling, omelets that look like heaven. My mouth waters, but I stick to my basics and head to the second-floor balcony for a quick breather, soaking in the city's hum. Nice work, a deep voice says behind me. I nearly choke on my juice, spinning to find him, Mr. Ferraro, leaning casually against the railing. My heart does a stupid flip. You scared me. So I've heard. He smirks, and it's unfairly disarming. Mind if I know your name? Scarlett, I blurt, then catch myself. Scarlett Bloom. Scarlett, he repeats like he's testing it out. The one who sacrifices herself, huh? I freeze. What does that even mean? Excuse me? I say, thrown by his cryptic comment. It's the meaning of your name in Latin, Mr. Ferraro replies, his blue eyes glinting with something unreadable. Well, my mom told me a different story. I mutter, unsure why I'm even engaging. Miss Bloom, he says, shifting gears. I've been calling room service and no one's picking up. Can you handle it? I'll talk to the manager, I say, keeping my tone professional despite the urge to roll my eyes. Make it clear I only eat Italian, he adds, his voice firm. They'd better not forget. With that, he strides off, leaving me stewing. Back at reception, I'm ready to strangle Alice for sticking me with this guy. Your star client in Suite 108 is demanding room service, I say, planting my hands on the counter. Alice's eyes widen as she scrambles out of her chair. Crap, why hasn't anyone handled it? Maybe because the phone's off the hook? I point out, nodding at the receiver dangling loose. Oh, and he's very specific about his Italian food. Scarlett, he loved what you did with the room, she says, dodging my glare. Can you take him the food? What? No way, I protest. That's not my job. Allie don't do this to me. I'm sorry, but you're officially on Ferraro duty from now on, she says, wincing like she knows I'm about to lose it. Why me? Send someone else. Who even decided this? I can't say who, but I can't risk a newbie screwing it up. You're good at this. Sweets, cleaning, all of it. Mr. Levi's obsessed with impressing clients like him. How long is he staying? I ask, dreading the answer. 3 days, Max. 3 days? You expect me to babysit this grumpy diva that long? Scarlett, if you don't, we could both get in trouble. Like, fired trouble. You want that? I groan, defeated. Fine, I'll do it. And maybe throw in a smile? Alice suggests, smirking. This better? I flash an over-the-top grin, all teeth. Less terrifying. She laughs. In the kitchen, the girls have whipped up a spread of Italian pasta that smells like heaven. Rich, garlicky, and way too tempting. My stomach begs for a bite, but I shove the thought aside. Focus, Scarlett. I balance the tray like it's fine china and ride the elevator, praying I don't trip and send it crashing. At Suite 108, Mr. Linebacker's back at the door. Room service? I announce. Hold on. He knocks. Sir, food's here. Let her in. Ferraro's voice calls. Go ahead, miss. Linebacker says, stepping aside. I walk in, setting the plates on the table. Ferraro's glued to his laptop, barely glancing up. Mr. Ferraro, your Italian food as ordered. Leave, he says, not even looking at me. Enjoy your day, I chirp, plastering on the fakest smile Alice has ever seen. Jerk. The same time that I wake up every day since I started at the Golden, I hop in the shower, letting the hot water wash away yesterday's chaos. My black hair goes up into a sleek ponytail, and I throw on my comfiest outfit. Jeans, a loose white tee, and black sneakers that have seen better days but feel like home. As I pass Mom's room, she's sprawled across the sheets, fast asleep. Bye, Mom, I whisper, my voice barely a breath before slipping out the door. The bus ride to the Golden Hotel is quick, and Alice is waiting at reception, dangling the keys to Ferraro's suite like they're cursed. You know the drill, she says. He's not there, if you're wondering. Thank God, I mutter, snatching the keys. Up in Suite 108, I dive into my routine. Fluffing pillows, swapping linens, scrubbing surfaces until they gleam. The bathroom's last, and I'm mopping the tiles when I turn to leave and, oh no. There's Ferraro, mid-motion, peeling off his shirt. My face burns hotter than a summer sidewalk. What are you doing here? He snaps, freezing. I'm cleaning, I stammer, mortified. I thought you were gone. This is the last time you barge in without knocking, he says, voice like steel. Bruno? His bodyguard materializes from nowhere. Yes, sir? Escort her out. No one enters without permission. I'm sorry, I mumble, cheeks flaming. I didn't know you were here. Just go, Ferraro says, turning away. I slink out, Bruno trailing me like I'm a criminal. Seriously? It's not like I caught him hiding state secrets. Talk about overreacting. Back at reception, I'm distracted, my mind tangled in the mess of my life. Mom's sharp words from last night keep replaying, slicing deeper each time. I can't shake the weight of her blame, the way it burrows into my heart. Earth to Scarlett, Alice says, snapping me out of it. You okay? You're zoned out. Nothing, I whisper, but my voice cracks. She narrows her eyes. Spill. I know you're lying. I sigh, the truth spilling out before I can stop it. It's Mom. She's worse than ever. We fight constantly, and I can't keep living like this. I can't believe she's still treating you this way. Alice says, her face softening. You don't deserve it. She thinks Stella's death is my fault, I say, the words heavy. Maybe she's right. Scarlett, no. Alice's voice is firm. Stella's death wasn't on you. She wouldn't want you carrying this guilt. You've been through enough. I don't even want to go home, I admit. But I can't leave her alone. If I could, I'd trade places with Stella in a heartbeat. Don't say that, Alice says, grabbing my hand. You're stronger than you think. Look, we're both off early tonight. Let's hit a bar, blow off some steam. I'd love to, but I'm broke, I say, shrugging. My treat? She insists, grinning. I don't know, Em. When's the last time you went out? I think back. Your birthday. A year ago. Exactly. We're going. No excuses. What about clothes? My wardrobe's a disaster. Alice's eyes light up. I've got you. There's this dress in the hotel's lost and found. Probably left by that model from Fashion Week. It's been sitting there a year, clean and unclaimed. It's perfect for you. What if someone claims it? I ask, skeptical. Psh, they've got a closet full of designer stuff, she says with a mischievous wink. It's yours tonight. At dusk, I meet Alice to try on the dress. It's stunning, sleek, shimmery, and way tighter than I expected. This was definitely made for a runway, I say, tugging at the fabric, hugging my curves. You look amazing, Alice says, clapping her hands. It's squeezing my entire existence, I grumble, but I can't deny it feels glamorous. She tosses me a pair of heels. Final touch, you're ready. What about you? I ask. She pulls a chic black dress and sneakers from her bag. Always prepared, she says with a grin. You're insane, I laugh, and I love you for it. Tonight we're hitting an exclusive spot, she says. We've earned this. A taxi drops us at a trendy bar with a killer view of the city. We snag a table near the bar, the music pulsing around us. So, Alice says, leaning in, what's the deal with Ferraro? I groan. He freaked out because I walked in on him, thought he was out. You said he wasn't there. I didn't see him come back, she says, laughing. I hear he's tight with Mr. Levi. Maybe that's why he's such a big deal. Got a wife? No clue, I say, sipping water to dodge the topic. Nothing weird in his room? Like, couple stuff? What, like condoms and lingerie? I tease. I just clean Allie. Besides, he's got the charm of a grumpy cat. Grumpy but gorgeous, she says, smirking. Italian, elegant, total night vibes. Can we not talk about Ferraro and just have fun? I plead. Fine, she says, raising her hands. Margarita? Yes, please. Alice orders our drinks, and soon we're sipping margaritas, laughing over old memories. After a bit, we hit the dance floor, swaying to a catchy beat, my worries melting away. For the first time in forever, I feel light. Hey, wanna dance? A guy asks, stepping too close in the dim light. I'm good with my friend, thanks, I say politely. Come on, the music's great, he presses, grabbing my arm. My smile drops. I said no. He doesn't let go, his hand grazing too low and my blood boils. Don't be difficult, he says, smirking. Get your damn hands off me. I snap, wrenching my arm free from the creep's clammy grip. I just want to dance. He slurs, leaning in too close, his breath reeking of cheap liquor. And I said no. I shove him hard, my heart slamming against my ribs. Let go. Before I can swing, a familiar voice slices through the thumping music. The lady said no. Ferraro, he steps forward, all sharp suit and coiled power, his blue eyes glinting like ice under the bar's dim lights. The creep scoffs, puffing up. Who are you? Butt out. Ferraro's smile is slow, almost predatory. You want to know who I am? He grabs the guy's hand, twisting it with a flick of his wrist. The creep yelps, doubling over. I'm the devil if you don't leave her alone. The guy stumbles back, pain wiping the smirk off his face, and scrambles into the crowd. My pulse is still racing, my breath caught somewhere between relief and shock. I stare at Ferraro, his words echoing in my head. The devil? Who is this guy? Chapter 2. Get out of here, Ferraro growls, tightening his grip on the creep's wrist. Fine, I'm going. The guy yelps, his face twisting in pain. Ferraro releases him and he bolts into the crowd like a scared rat. I glance at Alice, who's staring wide-eyed, as stunned as I am. My heart's still hammering, and I'm not sure whether to thank Ferraro or run. Are you all right? he asks, his voice softer now, those piercing blue eyes searching mine. Yeah, I manage, still processing. But what was that? I did what was right, he says, like it's obvious. Did you expect me to let him paw at you like you're some prize? I respect women, Miss Bloom. Okay, wow, this night's a mess. Thank you, Mr. Ferraro. Alice chimes in, recovering faster than me. Scarlett, I'll be at the table. Catch up when you're ready. She winks and slips away. Oh, I'm so chewing her out later. You didn't answer me, Ferraro says, stepping closer. Are you really okay? I'm fine, I say, weaving through the crowd toward the bar to escape his intensity. You didn't have to go all wild on him. Wild? He catches my arm gently, stopping me. That guy deserved it. I pull free, ignoring the spark from his touch, and keep moving. I'm grabbing a drink. I toss over my shoulder, mostly to dodge him. Where are you headed? He asks, falling into step beside me. To the bar, I lie, hoping he'll back off. I'll join you, he says, undeterred. Great. Thanks, Karma. I slide onto a bar stool and the bartender raises an eyebrow. What'll it be? Margarita, I say, then freeze when he adds, Gotta pay up front, miss. Shit. My wallet's empty and Ferraro's right there watching me squirm. Well, he says, one brow arched, a faint smirk tugging at his lips. I'm good, Mr. Ferraro, I blurt, desperate to save face. Thanks for everything. You can't pay, can you? He says, cutting through my bluff. I swallow hard. I've got it, he tells the bartender. Whatever the lady wants, all night. And for me, a Jack Daniels. Right away, sir, the bartender says, sliding my margarita over. Mr. Ferraro, I can't accept. I'm treating you and your friend tonight, he interrupts, leaning back with that effortless confidence. Consider it a thank you for the stellar service at the hotel. Must be tough dealing with all those guests. The bartender hands him a bottle and Ferraro pours a glass, downing it in one smooth gulp. I didn't introduce myself properly before, he says, his tone lighter. Caesar Ferraro. He flashes a smile that's equal parts charm and danger. Nice to meet you, Caesar, I say, shaking his hand, his grip warm and firm. Curiosity gets the better of me. Can I ask something? Go ahead. What do you do? Mr. Levi doesn't vouch for just anyone. His smile turns cryptic as he pours another drink. Let's say I handle various businesses. Businessman? I press, intrigued. Not exactly. He pauses, swirling his glass. My world's complicated. Something in his tone warns me to drop it, and I do. We're not close enough for me to pry. Besides, I'm not sure I want to know. Sir. His bodyguard Bruno appears, voice low. You've got a call from Russia. They need you outside. Ferraro's jaw tightens. I'm sick of this, he mutters, shoving up from the bar stool. It's urgent, sir, Bruno insists. Fine, give me the damn phone. He turns to me, softening slightly. Excuse me, Miss Bloom, duty calls. No worries, I say, watching him stride off, phone already at his ear. I scan the crowd for Alice and spot her near our table. Storming over, I don't hold back. You're the worst. You ditched me with him. She grins, unapologetic. You didn't look like you minded. Told you he's a gentleman. Gentleman? I was mortified. I huff. This night's a disaster. Oh, please, she says, nudging me. Ferraro's hot as hell, Scarlett. Anyone would kill to catch his eye, including me if I didn't have Richard. But that guy? He's into you. Did you see how he handled that creep? Into me? I scoff, sipping my margarita. He's just intense. He just stepped in to help, I say, brushing off Alice's swooning. She smirks. That's one hell of a man. Before I can roll my eyes, gunfire erupts. Sharp, deafening cracks that shatter the bar's vibe. Screams pierce the air as people shove and stumble, a frantic herd with nowhere to go. My stomach drops. What the hell is happening? Alice yelps, her voice trembling. The bar turns into chaos, a sea of bodies crashing against each other. I lose Alice in the blur, my heart pounding as I'm jostled by strangers. Alice! I shout, my voice swallowed by the panic. Alice, where are you? I can't see the shooters, just hear the shots ringing out. My legs itch to run, but the crowd's too thick, the exit's too far. Fear claws at me, and I'm frozen, scanning for a way out. A strong hand grabs my arm. No, don't touch me. I snap, bracing for the worst. This way, Ferraro says, his voice calm but firm, pulling me through the chaos. Follow me. I don't argue, trailing his broad, athletic frame as he cuts a path forward, tall enough to spot the exit. His presence is a lifeline, and I cling to it. Make way, he barks, shouldering through the crowd until we reach Bruno, his bodyguard. Bruno, get her outside. Ferraro orders. Yes, boss. Wait. I grab his sleeve, desperate. My friend, she's still in there. She might have gotten out, he says, eyes scanning the madness. Stay with Bruno. I've got something to handle. Handle? I stare, incredulous. You're going back in there? Are you insane? He doesn't answer, just vanishes into the fray. What is wrong with him? This way, miss. Bruno says, guiding me toward the exit. Outside, the air buzzes with nervous chatter. People huddle, trading wild theories. It's the Mafia, someone whispers. Had to be. Mafia? In a bar like this? My mind reels, but I shove it aside, scanning for Alice. She's nowhere. Please help me find my friend, I beg Bruno. We wait for Mr. Ferraro, he says, unmoved. He's nuts for going back in, I mutter, pacing. Scarlett. Alice's voice cuts through the noise. She rushes over, face pale. You okay? I nod, relief flooding me. You? Yeah, she says, catching her breath. We both freeze as a figure strides out of the bar. La prossima volta la famiglia sa quanto è grave la situazione. Ferraro snaps, furia laccando il suo italiano. Yes, sir, Bruno replies, unfazed. Ferraro turns to me, his intensity softening. Miss Bloom, you all right? I'm fine, I say, still shaken. Thanks. If you'd like, I can drive you both home, he offers, glancing at Alice. We exchange a look. No need, I say quickly. Just drop us at the hotel. As you wish. He gestures to a sleek black car waiting nearby. The ride's quiet, tension lingering like smoke. At the hotel, we climb out, and I lean toward Alice, voice low. I'm crashing in the laundry room tonight. She nods. See you tomorrow. Mr. Ferraro, I say, turning to him. Thank you for everything. No trouble at all, he says, a faint smile tugging at his lips. I'll head to my room. He disappears down the corridor, leaving me rattled but grateful. Back home, the air's heavy before I even step inside. Mom's on the couch, tears streaking her face, caught in another spiral. Mom, don't cry, I say softly, kneeling beside her. Get away, she snaps, shoving me back. It's your fault. If you hadn't dragged Stella out that night, she'd still be here. Her words stab, familiar but no less raw. Mom, please, you know that's not true. Stella was perfect, she spits, eyes cold. You'll never be her. Don't say that, I whisper, throat tight. It's the truth. Leave me alone. I retreat to my room, her rejection a weight I can't shake. Be strong, I tell myself. This is temporary, but the loneliness creeps in, same as always, wrapping around me like a fog. I could run, find somewhere I'm not drowning in guilt. But I won't. Mom's all I have left. It's what Dad would have wanted. What Stella would have wanted. I collapse onto my bed, the sheets cool against my skin and let sleep pull me under. I grip the keys to Ferraro's suite, my stomach knotting as I wait for his voice to grant me entry. Come in, he calls, and I step inside, diving into my routine. I scrub, fluff, and organize, making sure every surface sparkles, every item's in place. But somewhere between folding the black duvet and spritzing air freshener, last night's chaos, gunshots, mom's venom, that suffocating loneliness, catches up. Tears slip down my cheeks before I can stop them. Miss Bloom? A hand brushes my shoulder and I flinch, swiping my face with my wrist. Good morning, Mr. Ferraro, I say, forcing a steady voice. Your room's ready. Grazie, he says, his tone softer than usual. I see you've changed the duvet and added a fresh scent. Well done. Yeah, nice and cozy, I mumble, avoiding his gaze. I should go. May I ask why you were crying? His voice is gentle, almost careful. If there's something I can help with? I shake my head, the lump in my throat growing. Just tough days, you know? I'm fine. Thanks for asking. I turn to leave before he can press further. Thank you for your work, he calls after me. It's nothing, I say, already halfway out the door. The rest of my shift blurs by, dusting, mopping, dodging Alice's worried glances. By the time I'm done, the afternoon's gone, and I step outside to find a chilly drizzle soaking the streets. No coat, no umbrella, just me and my jeans and soggy sneakers. Perfect. I start walking, the rain plastering my hair to my face, but I don't care. Home's not far, and I've faced worse. A sleek car pulls up beside me, the window rolling down. Miss Bloom, Ferraro says, eyeing my drenched outfit from head to toe. Mr. Ferraro, I reply, wiping rain from my eyes. You're walking home in this? He asks, one brow raised. It's not far, I say, shrugging, though my teeth are starting to chatter. Get in. I'm not letting a lady wander alone in a storm. I hesitate, pride warring with the cold seeping into my bones. I don't want to mess up your car. Forget the car, he says, waving it off. Get in, I insist. After a beat, I sigh and slide into the passenger seat, the leather warm against my soaked clothes. He nods to the driver, then glances at me. You always take this route? Pretty much, I say, wringing out my sleeve. It's a long walk from the hotel. No bus? Bus stops running at 7, I explain. It's past 9, so I walk. He nods like he's filing it away and stays quiet as the driver follows my directions. The car pulls up outside my house and I force a smile. Thanks, Mr. Ferraro. Really kind of you. Good night. My pleasure, he says, his voice low and steady. I dash through the rain to the front door, fumbling in my bag for my keys, then freeze. They're not there. Shit. I must have left them at the hotel. Knocking feels like admitting defeat, but I've got no choice. I rap on the door, glancing back to see Ferraro's car still idling. Go already. Scarlett? Mom opens the door, her eyes bleary but sharp. What's this? I forgot my keys at work, I mumble. Sorry for waking you. Her gaze flicks past me to the car, then back, narrowing. What's that about? Bringing rich men home to pay your way now? My stomach lurches. What? Mom, no, it's not. Shameless, she hisses. You think you can waltz in here like that? She slams the door in my face. I stand there, rain dripping down my neck, her words echoing like a slap. How did we get here? I pound on the door, voice breaking. Mom, please, it's a misunderstanding. Open the door. No answer. Just silence and the patter of rain. Everything okay? Ferraro's voice cuts through, low and steady. He's out of the car, standing a few feet away, arms crossed. I spin around, mortified. It's fine, I lie, voice cracking. You can go, I've got this. He doesn't budge, rain slicking his hair. I'm not leaving until you're inside. I open my mouth to argue, but the words die. He's serious, his jaw set like he's ready to wait all night. Miss Bloom, he says, softer now. You're soaked. You can't stay out here. I turn back to the door, my knocks weaker now, the fight draining out of me. The lock doesn't click. Mom's not coming. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this book. I will be uploading a new book every week. Also, don't forget to comment. I love Mafia romances for a chance to win a copy of the 6-book audiobook bundle, the full series. Chapter 3. Rain pelts me as I stand at my front door, feeling like an idiot for forgetting my keys. I dig out my phone and call Alice. She's my lifeline in moments like this. It rings and rings, but she doesn't pick up. Come on, Allie. My clothes cling to me, soaked through, and Ferraro's car still idles across the street, a sleek shadow in the drizzle. Please, just leave. He doesn't. Caesar steps out, Rain glossing his tailored suit. Probably worth more than my rent. He strides over, unfazed, and before I can speak, he shrugs off his jacket and drapes it over my head like a shield. Get in the car, Miss Bloom, he says, glancing at his Rolex. That door's not opening tonight. My cheeks burn, not from his gesture, but from the mortifying reality of being locked out and pitied. I want to argue, but I'm shivering, and my pride's taking a beating. I trudge to the car and slide into the warm leather seat, dripping and silent. Ferraro settles beside me, calm as ever. You can stay at my place tonight if you'd like. His house? My brain stumbles. The hotel's fine, I say quickly. I'll figure something out. It's late, he counters, voice steady. My home's a better choice. One of his men leans forward. Sir, a woman? Ferraro silences him with a sharp wave. Carlo, when I want your input, I'll ask for it and toss it in a suggestion box. Capisci? Yes, sir. Carlo mutters. Won't happen again. Mr. Ferraro, I try. This is too much. I'm practically a stranger. You've known me for, 2 days? You're a lady with nowhere to go, he says simply. I have empty rooms. It's no trouble. He nods to the driver. Andiamo. I slump back, too drained to fight. The car glides through the city, then climbs into a wooded area where a massive mansion rises like something from a dream. Security guards flank the entrance, their eyes tracking me as I step onto the gravel. I feel like an imposter, small and out of place. Welcome to my home, Ferraro says, leading the way. The interior steals my breath. Gleaming marble floors, golden chandeliers dripping with crystal, walls lined with vibrant Italian paintings. It's art and wealth woven together, like a gallery curated by a mad genius. Men in suits linger in corners, their presence heavy, almost unsettling. Who needs this many guys in their house? Ferraro guides me up a sweeping oak staircase to a door. He opens it, revealing a room that could belong to royalty. White and gold, with plush bedding and delicate details. Do you like it? He asks. Like it? I'm floored. It's gorgeous, I manage, voice small. I hope you'll be comfortable, he says. You're my guest tonight, Miss Bloom. My duty is to make you feel at home. This is way too much, I say, guilt gnawing at me. I could stay somewhere simpler. I'm already so embarrassed. Embarrassed? His brow lifts, almost amused. You've done nothing wrong. If you need anything, my staff will bring it. He pauses, then adds, Prego, before slipping out, the door clicking shut. I collapse onto the bed, its softness wrapping around me like a hug I haven't felt in years. But my mind's a mess. Ferraro's world, polished, powerful, shadowed by those men, feels like a riddle I'm not meant to solve. If he has this, why bother with the hotel? Why play night to someone like me, a nobody caught in life's worst moment? Caesar Ferraro is a walking enigma, and I'm stuck in his orbit. Sleep hits fast, pulling me under like a tide. A faint clatter downstairs snaps me awake. The bedside clock glows 7:34 a.m. Shit, I'm late for work. I leap out of bed, heart racing. I can't afford to lose this job. The bathroom's a palace of its own, marble tiles, a gleaming bathtub with gold accents, a closet stuffed with plush towels. I shower in a blur, scrubbing off last night's rain and shame. Back in the room, I stop short. A dress, elegant but simple, lies on the bed, paired with heels, clean underwear, and socks. What the? One of Ferraro's staff must have slipped in while I was showering. My face burns, embarrassment piling onto the chaos of the last 24 hours. But there's no time to overthink it. I slip into the outfit, which fits like it was made for me, and spot a breakfast tray nearby. Scrambled eggs, toast, fresh fruit, and pastries that look too good to be real. My stomach rumbles, but I only snag a bite of toast. Every second counts. I hurry downstairs, the mansion's marble corridor gleaming under morning light. Ferraro's at the dining table, alone, flipping through a newspaper in another impeccable suit that screams power and masculinity. His eyes flick to me, catching me staring. I look away, cheeks warm. "Good morning, Mr. Ferraro," I say, clutching my bag. "I've got to run. Thank you for everything, the room, the clothes. I'll pay you back as soon as I can." A faint smile curves his lips. "Forget it, Miss Bloom. No need to pay me. I'll have Carlo drive you home. I've got business to handle." He pauses, his gaze steady. "I hope you were comfortable." "More than comfortable," I admit, flustered. "I really need to go." "Goodbye, Miss Bloom," he says, voice smooth. "Have a good day." I step outside, the morning air crisp against my skin. Carlo pulls up in a sleek car, motioning for me to get in. The drive to my house is quiet, my mind tangled with what I'll say to Mom. He drops me at the curb, and I knock on the door, bracing myself. No answer. I knock again, then a third time. Finally, Mom appears, her face a storm of resentment. "What are you doing here?" she snaps. "You don't live here anymore." My heart lurches. "What? Mom, please. How dare you bring a man here?" She cuts in, eyes blazing. "I know why you're out so late now." "That's not true," I protest, voice cracking. "I've been working myself to death at the hotel. Mr. Ferraro just gave me a ride. I'm not what you think." "I don't want your excuses," she says coldly. "Get out." I open my mouth, but the words die. Arguing's pointless. She's made up her mind. The truth sinks in like ice. She doesn't love me. She blames me. I'm nothing but pain to her. I turn away, legs heavy, and trudge to the bus stop. The ride to the hotel passes in a blur. My eyes locked on the window, the world smudged by tears I won't let fall. At the hotel, Alice is at reception, her smile fading when she sees me. "Scarlett? You're way late. What's going on?" I step aside, voice low. "Mom kicked me out." "She what?" Alice's eyes widen, her voice too loud. "Shh," I hiss, glancing around. "She wouldn't even let me grab my stuff. I've got nowhere to go." "I can't believe her," Alice says, shaking her head. "I'd offer my place, but I'm crashing with Richard, and it's already packed. You can't stay here either. If Levi catches you, you're toast. I'll cover your check-in today, but..." She trails off, frowning. "Where'd you sleep last night?" I brace myself. "I called you, but you didn't pick up." "God, I'm sorry," she says, wincing. "My phone was off. Where were you?" "Ferraro's house," I mumble. Her jaw drops. "What, Mr. Ferraro's house?" "Don't get any ideas," I snap. "He just helped me out." "I don't know," I say, rubbing my temples. And trust me, I'm not thrilled about crashing at some guy's mansion. I was mortified, Allie. But I'll find a room. Something with a bed, at least. "Are you serious?" Alice's voice rises, incredulous. "Those cheap, sketchy places? This is New York, Scarlett. Gangs, creeps, you name it. It's not safe." "I'm not diving into some crime den," I snap, though my voice wavers. "I'll find something decent. I don't have a choice." That afternoon, I scour the city for a place to crash. The best I can afford is a dingy room with peeling paint and a lumpy mattress. Barely livable, but it'll cover 3 nights. Alice lends me some clothes since Mom didn't let me grab a thing. I'm running on fumes, but I keep moving. The next few days are a brutal grind. I throw myself into work. Doubles, cleaning till my hands ache, barely sleeping in that grim room. By Tuesday, my body's screaming for a break, but I push through. Big mistake. I'm crossing the hotel lobby when my vision blurs, legs buckling beneath me. The world tilts and I'm out. Scarlett, wake up! Alice's voice cuts through the fog. I blink, disoriented, sprawled on a lobby sofa. Alice is hovering, worry etched on her face, and, oh God, Ferraro's there too, his sharp eyes scanning me. My cheeks burn. What happened? I mumble, head spinning. You collapsed, Alice says, exasperated. Mr. Ferraro carried you here. What were you thinking? You're killing yourself. I'm fine, I lie, sitting up slowly. Just dizzy. You need water, Ferraro says, his voice calm but firm. He glances at his watch. Stay put. We need to talk. Talk? I echo, stomach twisting. About what? He strides off toward the elevator, leaving me with Alice. She shoves a water bottle into my hands. Drink. I got you the day off. Talk to Levi into it. Wait for Ferraro in the lounge. You didn't have to do that, I mutter, mortified, or drag him into it. You didn't have to push yourself to breaking. She shoots back, softer now. Just hear him out. I sigh and shuffle to the lounge, sipping water and dreading whatever's coming. When Ferraro steps out of the elevator, his presence fills the room. Tailored suit, steady gaze, all quiet power. He sits across from me, leaning forward slightly. Miss Bloom, he says, I know you're without a place to stay. My home is open to you until you find somewhere stable. I shake my head, twisting the ribbon on my uniform. Mr. Ferraro, I can't. You've already done way too much. There's no issue on my end, he insists, voice even. Stay as long as you need. It's not right, I say, voice small. I don't belong in your world. For me, it's right, he says simply, a faint smile breaking through. I hesitate, trapped by my own dead ends. No money, no home, no fight left. Fine, I say finally. I'll take your help, but I'm paying you back, every cent. If that's what you need, so be it, he says, smile widening. Let's go. I close my eyes, willing myself to hold it together. Temporary, Scarlett. Just keep going. Back at Ferraro's mansion, I'm shown to the same gold and white room from before. Sheets are fresh, he says, pausing at the door. One thing, if you stay here, there are rules. I swallow, nerves prickling. Rules? Nothing serious, he says, but his eyes are sharp. If I ask you not to leave your room, you don't, under any circumstances. I'm not here to cause trouble, I say quickly. You're helping me. I'll respect that. Good, he says, a smile flickering. Then we'll have no problems. The first few days settle into a strange rhythm. Mornings, I'm at the hotel, scrubbing rooms and dodging Levi's glare. Evenings, Ferraro's driver picks me up and I crash in this unreal room. Caesar even provides clothes, simple but perfect, piling onto the debt I'm mentally tallying. I spot him at breakfast sometimes, alone at that grand dining table, newspaper in hand. He's all business, no hint of anything off. Just a wealthy guy with a knack for saving strays like me. Until tonight, a knock jolts me from bed. I open the door to find Caesar, his face unreadable. Don't leave your room tonight, he says. That's all. Good night, Miss Bloom. Good night, I reply, uneasy. I lie back down, but sleep won't come. Laughter drifts from downstairs, deep, rowdy, punctuated by thuds and clinking glasses. Curiosity tugs at me, sharp and reckless. He said, stay put. But something, instinct maybe, pushes me to move. I slip out, barefoot, and creep down the stairs, hiding behind a marble column. There's Caesar, lounging in a plush chair, a thick cigar in hand, smoke curling around him like a halo. A woman's perched on his lap, giggling while he talks to a tall blonde man with a heavy accent. The room's alive with men. His crew, maybe, drinking and laughing too loudly. Come on, Caesar, the blonde says, smirking. Let me crash here, for old time's sake. No chance, Dimitri, Caesar replies, voice cold. I've cleaned up your messes before, not this time. Please, just one last time. Dimitri pleads, his accent thick with desperation. Do you think I'm dumb enough to harbor you when all of Russia's after your head? Caesar snaps, his voice like a blade. Giorgio's ghosting me, probably tangled up with some woman, Dimitri says. You're my last shot, Caesar. You're my friend. We're not your cleanup crew, Caesar retorts, leaning back, cigar smoke curling around him. Handle your own mess. Aren't you Russia's big shot? Grow some balls and prove it. I'm still the boss of the Russian Mafia, Dimitri insists, voice hardening. But I need to lay low. I need your help. Mafia? My blood runs cold. A mobster begging Caesar? That means... Oh, shit. Caesar exhales, his tone shifting to ice. Fine. I've got properties in Seattle. Go there, stay quiet, and don't fuck me over. Or I'll hunt you down and capo you myself. I'm rooted to the spot, heart hammering. My brain screams run, but my body's slow to catch up. I back away, desperate to escape, and damn it, my elbow clips a painting. It rattles against the wall, loud as a gunshot in the tense room. Dimitri's head snaps toward me. Hey, who's the spy? He says, jutting his chin my way. Spy? Caesar's eyes narrow, following Dimitri's gaze. The pretty girl behind the column, Dimitri adds, smirking. Caesar shoves the woman off his lap, rising from his chair with a predator's grace. His gaze locks onto me, sharp and unyielding as he closes the distance. What are you doing here, Scarlett? My voice falters, trapped under his stare. I thought I was clear, he says, low and dangerous. I know, I whisper, shrinking back. She's gorgeous. Dimitri cuts in, grinning. New face around here. Caesar whips around, his expression darkening. Take your eyes off her, he growls, voice laced with venom. All right, Dimitri says, hands up. Didn't mean to ogle your girl, just saying she's a looker. Last time you say it, Caesar warns, his tone final. Now get out. You've got your orders. Thanks, man, Dimitri mutters, disappearing down the hall. Bruno! Caesar's shout jolts me, loud enough to rattle my bones. Yes, sir? Bruno appears, ever the shadow. End the meeting, Caesar orders. As you say. Caesar grabs my arm, not rough, but firm, and steers me back upstairs. You and I need to talk, he says, shutting the bedroom door behind us. Explain why you were downstairs. I freeze, words stuck in my throat. Tell me, he snaps, impatience flaring. You're a gangster, I blurt, voice trembling but steadying with the truth. He tilts his head, a faint smirk tugging at his lips. Sharp observer, aren't you? It all adds up now, I say, adrenaline surging. The men, the security, the vibe. What's going on? Who are you? He steps closer, eyes boring into mine. I'm the Dawn, he says, voice low and heavy. The highest authority of the Familia. Chapter 4. The Dawn? I echo, voice shaky. The highest rank in the family, Caesar confirms, his tone matter of fact, like it's no big deal. I swallow hard, my mind racing. Answer me this. Were you part of what happened at the bar that night? Yes, he says, unflinching. I was with those men. And Mr. Levi? I press, dread pooling in my gut. He leans closer, eyes narrowing. The hotel's a front. That's all you need to know. The less you're tangled in my business, the better. Fear chokes me, words failing. This is a nightmare I never signed up for. Why couldn't you follow a simple rule? He asks, voice low and edged. I told you to stay put. I don't know. I stammer, guilt mixing with panic. I heard noises, thought something was wrong. I'm sorry, I should go. I don't want trouble for you or me. I lunge for the closet, grabbing the one outfit I brought when I moved in, hands trembling. And where will you go, Miss Bloom? Caesar's voice stops me cold. You've got nowhere. He's right, and it stings. No home, no safety net. But staying here, surrounded by mobsters who could kill me in my sleep? Doesn't matter, I say, forcing steel into my voice. I'll figure it out. He watches me, unyielding. Why haven't you gone back home? What's keeping you away? I freeze. I've only ever opened up to Alice about this. My mom, my sister, the guilt that's eaten me alive for 3 years. Strangers don't get that piece of me. But his gaze holds steady, waiting, and something cracks. It's a long story, I mutter, turning away. I've got time, he says, settling onto the bed's edge, his scent, woodsy, rich, dizzying, filling the room. He's all masculine calm, like he's pulling me into orbit. I don't know why I spill it. Mom's hatred, Stella's death. The night I froze while she bled out in front of me. Maybe it's because he's here, the only one listening when I'm drowning. My voice breaks as I finish, tears I didn't mean to shed slipping free. Why carry blame for something you couldn't predict? He asks, voice softer now. That wasn't your fault. My mom thinks it was, I say, bitter. I should have done something. Instead, I just stood there. You don't deserve that, he says firmly. No good daughter should. I take a shaky breath and head for the door, needing air, distance, anything. He catches my jaw gently, tilting my face up. You've got too beautiful a face for tears, he says, thumb brushing my cheek. Stay. The only reason I'd keep you here is those men downstairs. If they spot you, it's trouble. For them, not you. That's why I should go. I counter, stepping back. It's dangerous for both of us. He smirks, unfazed. If they try anything, they'll answer to me. You're safe in this room. Just don't leave it. This is insane. He's a stranger, a mob boss, not a friend. Yet here he is, anchoring me when I'm falling apart. I'll never repay you for all this, Caesar, I say, testing his name. If we cross paths again, I hope it's not like this. Stop with the Mr. Ferraro, he says, grinning. Makes me feel ancient. Caesar's fine. Thanks, Caesar, I manage, a faint smile breaking through. I'm helping a lady in distress. He says simply, rest. I don't want a repeat of today. Good night. Good night. I echo as he leaves, the door clicking shut. Alone again, his gentlemanly calm lingers, but so does the truth. He's tied to organized crime, a world of cigars and threats I just glimpsed. Fear coils tight. I didn't think staying in this gilded cage mattered, until now. After that scene downstairs, I'm never stepping out again. Days later, I shuffle into the hotel lounge, bone-tired but upright. Alice is at reception, humming a sappy tune, her face glowing with a grin I haven't seen in ages. What's got you so chipper? I ask, raising a brow. I'm getting married, she squeals, flashing a ring with a sparkling stone. Richard proposed. Oh my God, it's gorgeous, I say, genuinely happy for her. I figured it'd happen after you moved in. Why wait? She says, beaming. Wedding's this weekend. Simple, small. You're invited, obviously. This weekend? I blink. That's fast. Just us, his tiny crew, and my grandma, she explains. You're coming, right? Of course, I say, smiling despite my exhaustion. Wouldn't miss it. Bring a +1, she teases, winking. I snort. Who? You know I've got no one. What about Mr. Ferraro? She says, tongue clicking mischievously. I barely know him. I protest, cheeks warming. I'm not dragging him to your wedding out of nowhere. What's wrong with that? Alice says, smirking. Girls rent dates online all the time. Alice, Mr. Ferraro's got bigger fish to fry. I argue, exasperated. I'm not bugging him about a wedding. Do you even know what he does? she presses, eyes gleaming. I do, too well, but Alice can't know. Not my best friend, not anyone. He's busy, I say vaguely. No time for random events. You lose nothing asking, she teases, winking. Live a little. I'll think about it, I mutter, dodging. But forget that. You're getting married. Oh my God. Yes, she squeals, practically vibrating. Still sinking in? Oh, almost forgot. She hands me an envelope with the hotel's stamp. Your pay. You've earned it. Thanks, I say, clutching it tight. I needed this. I'll split it. Some for me, some for Mom. Scarlett, Alice says, voice firm. Tell me you're saving, not handing it all to your mom. I can't just abandon her, Em. I snap, frustration bubbling. Why's that so hard to get? I know she's sick, she says softer, but you're in a mess too. You need an apartment. I'm not sponging off Mr. Ferraro forever, I say, cheeks heating. It's already embarrassing. I don't want to overstay his kindness. Here, she says, shoving a newspaper section into my hands. I save these ads. Look them over. Later, I stand at Mom's door, knocking until my knuckles ache. She finally appears, pajamas sagging, dark circles carving hollows under her eyes. She looks frail, neglected, and my chest tightens with worry. What are you doing here? She rasps. Not staying, I say quickly. Just brought money for your expenses. I hold out the bills. Money? She arches a brow, scorn twisting her face. From screwing around with God knows who? Keep it. I clench my fists, swallowing a storm of hurt. Mom, I don't make it that way. I've told you. Take it, you're not well. I press it into her hands, but she flings it to the ground, bills scattering like leaves. I don't want it, she spits. Tears sting my eyes as I kneel to gather them, pride crumbling until a voice stops me cold. Scarlett, leave it. Caesar's right behind me, his presence towering. You don't need to grovel. He grips my arm, gentle but firm, pulling me up. I meet his gaze, blue as a summer sky, and my breath catches. Who are you? Mom demands, glaring at him. Someone who won't let you shame her anymore. Caesar says, voice steady but edged. I don't know your pain. I've never lived it, but Scarlett doesn't deserve this. Don't worry about money, I'll handle it. She'll want for nothing. Caesar, no. I protest, stunned. What are you doing? Forget the cash, he says, ignoring me. If she takes it, fine. If not, let it rot. He steers me away from the door. Let's go. I can't abandon her, I say, voice cracking. She needs me. She's made it clear she doesn't. He counters, smoothing his suit with a flick of irritation. For fuck's sake, Scarlett, why cling to her? Do you like the humiliation? I've never seen anyone take this much. She's my mom, I say, fierce despite the tears. I won't ditch her no matter how awful she is. He exhales, sharp and frustrated. I don't get you. I'll keep trying as many times as it takes, I say. How'd you even find me? Stop by the hotel, he says. Your friend said you might be here. Listen, if you come back, I'm with you. Capisci? I can't promise that, I say, defiant. Some choices are mine. He lets out a heavy breath, jaw tight. Get in the car. He swings the back door open, gesturing me in. And wipe that look off your face, no one's dead. Bossy when he wants to be. I slide in, the leather cool against my skin, and realize if I'm asking him anything, it's now or never. Alice's wedding pops into my head, absurd as it is. We're not friends, not really. Just two people thrown together by my mess. Still, I blurt it out. My friend's getting married this weekend. Good news, he says, settling beside me. Weddings are big commitments, no? Yeah, I agree, fumbling. Just say it, Scarlett. Would you want to come with me? Just for a bit? He pauses, then smiles faintly. Thanks for asking, but those scenes aren't my thing. Oh, no worries, I say, cheeks burning. Really? What was I thinking? I'm sorry if I came off rude, Caesar says, his tone softening. Weddings just aren't my scene, but I'm flattered you thought of me. It's fine, I mumble, cheeks warm. Nice try, Scarlett. Who was I kidding? Caesar at a wedding with me? Ridiculous. His phone buzzes, cutting through my embarrassment. Hello? He answers, voice shifting to something warmer. Bella, how are you? I've missed that gorgeous voice. A woman purrs back, loud enough for me to catch. My stomach twists. Who's she? His face lights up, eyes crinkling, a rare smile breaking through. She matters to him. That much is clear. Why do I even care? I'd love to be there, he says. Take care, beautiful. He hangs up, turning to Bruno. Cancel next week's meetings. Danielle's in town. As ordered, sir, Bruno replies. And get a bouquet of white roses, the best in New York. I want to surprise her. Pleasure, sir, Bruno says, nodding. I stare out the window, pretending not to hear, but my brain's stuck on Danielle. Beautiful, important Danielle. Whatever. We pull up to the mansion and Caesar heads straight to his office, muttering about business. I linger by the stairs, curiosity nagging. Bruno? I say, catching him before he disappears. Why's Mr. Ferraro always eat alone? He doesn't share meals, Bruno says, voice clipped. Likes it that way. Only made an exception once. Who? I press, pulse quickening. A woman he values deeply, he says, then shuts down. That's all I can say, Miss Bloom. My job's not to spill the boss's life. Good night. He stops at the doorframe and walks off. Values deeply. Danielle, probably. The call, the roses, it tracks. A flicker of irritation flares, sharp and petty. He'll drop everything for her, but my invite's a no-go? I shouldn't care. I don't. Except I kind of do. Days blur by, and Alice's wedding sneaks up fast. I spend 2 hours fussing with a sleek black tube dress the mansion staff left for me, pairing it with silver heels. I check the mirror. Hair up, makeup light. Good enough. I head downstairs, heels clicking on marble, and reach for the door when Caesar's voice stops me. You look stunning tonight, Miss Bloom. Enjoy yourself. I glance back. He's in a crisp suit, all masculine poise, leaning against the wall. Thanks, Caesar, I say, flustered. Won't be long. Back early. Carla will drive you, he says. Send my congrats to your friend. Will do, I reply, slipping out to the waiting car. At the wedding, Alice is a vision. Lace mermaid dress hugging her curves, her smile brighter than I've ever seen. She's radiant, and it hits me how much she deserves this. We've been through everything together. Every secret. Every tear. Richard seems solid. I hope I'm right. The ceremony wraps in an hour. Vows sweet and simple. I snag a seat at a family table beside Alice's grandma, Isabella, a spitfire I've known forever. She raised M, and at her age, she's still twirling to a conga beat, laughing like a kid. Feather-shaped bronze brooches are the classiest, Isabella declares, mid-lecture about accessories. Everything okay here? Alice appears, glowing, glancing around. Where's Grandma? Wonderful, I say, nodding toward Isabella, who's now swaying with a glass in hand. We're on brooch duty. Alice laughs, bright and easy. Figures. You good, Liv? She asks softer. Sorry Mr. Ferraro didn't come. Knew he wouldn't, I say, sipping champagne to dodge the sting. He's a busy guy, you know. Alice's gasp yanks me mid-sentence, her eyes ballooning at something behind me. I freeze. Fuck, she mutters, staring past my shoulder. What? I raise a brow, wary. See for yourself, she says, nodding toward the door. I turn, and there he is, Caesar. He strides in, all tailored elegance and quiet power, drawing every eye like a magnet. Women crane their necks, whispering, trying to pin down the enigma in the custom suit. My throat tightens. I snap my gaze away, praying he doesn't catch me gawking like an idiot. "Good evening," he says, his hand landing warm and steady on my bare shoulder. A feather-light touch that sends a jolt through me. I mute, tongue-tied. "Ladies," he continues, addressing the table of elderly women beside me. "Hope you're enjoying the night." I pretend he's not there, staring at my glass. Alice's grandma halts mid-conga, peeking through the crowd. "That's a man," she stage whispers, loud enough for everyone. "Grandma," Alice hisses, mortified. "Congrats on your marriage, Mrs. St. Clair," Caesar says smoothly, pulling out the chair next to me and sitting down. His presence is a heat wave. My cheeks flush, palms slick with sweat. Caesar Ferraro does something to me, and I hate it. "Thank you, Mr. Ferraro," Alice replies, grinning. He's here. After swearing weddings weren't his thing. I can't wrap my head around it. "Guess I took your invite a bit late, Miss Bloom," he says, his voice low, blue eyes locking onto mine. "Hope you don't mind." "No, of course not," I stammer, caught in that piercing stare and the sharp lines of his suit. "Where'd you find him, dear?" One of the old ladies pipes up, fanning herself. I start, floundering. "Allow me." Caesar cuts in, taking her hand with a gallant kiss. "Caesar Ferraro." He charms each woman at the table, leaving them giggling and flustered. "Ferraro?" Another chimes. "That's Italian." "Sicilian, born and bred," he says, a faint smile playing on his lips. "I'll leave you to it," Alice says, shooting me a wide-eyed what-the-hell look before darting back to Richard. A waiter swings by with champagne. I snag a glass and down it in one gulp, nerves jangling. I'd written Caesar off after that call with Danielle, the roses, the smile, and now he's here, turning heads, chatting up old ladies with a confidence that could melt steel. He's the kind of man you'd kill to have beside you. His voice alone, smooth, rich, making even small talk hypnotic. Alone Again by Gilbert O'Sullivan drifts through the room, slow and soulful. Couples rise for the newlyweds' first dance, and I eye the champagne bottle a few feet away. More alcohol. "Now, care to dance?" Caesar's voice cuts through my haze. I nearly choke. "What?" "Will you grant me this one, Scarlett?" He extends a hand, and the old ladies nod at me like eager matchmakers. My legs betray me, moving before my brain catches up. "Sure," I say, voice barely audible. His hands settle on my hips, firm yet gentle, and I rest mine on his shoulders. He's a tower, 6'3", maybe more, dwarfing me, pulling me into his orbit. My skin hums where he touches, nerves and something else buzzing wild inside me. Caesar Ferraro is intimate, and it's overwhelming. Up close, he's sharper. Stubble dusting his jaw, those blue eyes that could unravel anyone. A face too striking to ignore. I flick my gaze to the ceiling, dodging his notice of me drinking him in. "You dance well," he says, breaking the thick silence. "No way," I scoff, shaky. "I'm terrible." "You're the best partner I've had," he counters, his hand brushing a stray hair from my face, light as a whisper. The song fades and I pull back, breathless, my head spinning, a volcano ready to blow. "I'll be back," I mumble, bolting for the edge of the room. I need air, space, anything to process the chaos he's stirred up inside me. "I'll wait for you," Caesar calls as I bolt for the bathroom. I stumble to the sink, splashing cold water on my face, staring at my flushed reflection. What's wrong with me? "Calm down, Scarlett. You can't. Not with him." "What are you doing in here?" Alice's voice jolts me, and I nearly yelp. "God, you scared me." I clutch my chest, heart pounding. "I saw you dancing with Mr. Ferraro," she says, grinning. "You two looked good. Tell me, do you like him?" I freeze, not touching that. "I know you." She presses undeterred. You're into him. Don't be shy, it's obvious. What woman wouldn't lose her mind over him? That's exactly why I shouldn't. I snap, sharper than I mean to. Why not? She counters. He's perfect, chivalrous, kind, polished in his work. He's not for me, Em, I say, firm but shaky. Another woman? She guesses, eyes narrowing. Stop asking. I cut her off, turning away. Fine, no more grilling, she says, grabbing my hand. Come on, back outside. The wedding winds down and I ride back to the mansion with Caesar. Silence stretches between us, thick and heavy, his focus glued to his phone. I shift, restless. The wedding was beautiful, I say, breaking the quiet. Your friend glowed, he replies, voice softening. Reminds me of my mother. She wed my father in a Sicilian cathedral, 18 to his 23. She was so young, I say, surprised. She loved him, he says, a faint smile tugging his lips. He was her everything. Still is. Where's she now? I ask, curious. Italy. I visit when I can. Sir? Bruno cuts in, tense. We've got a tale. Caesar's hand slides to his jaw, eyes hardening. Stop the car. He orders the driver. Scarlett, get out. Take the other one. What? I blink, confused. It's an order. He snaps, sharp and final. Go. My gaze snags on the gun tucked into his waistband. Cold. Real. There. My stomach drops. Where are you going? I stammer. We're in the middle of nowhere. We'll shake them, he says, voice low and lethal. I need to know who's dumb enough to tail me. Go. We'll meet at the mansion. Oh, okay. I mumble, scrambling out and into the second car that screeches up. Caesar's vehicle peels off down a side road, vanishing into the dark. The Don'll handle those bastards. One of his men mutters to another, casual as if it's routine. Oh God. What the hell is happening? Chapter 5. I arrive at the mansion with Caesar's men, but I stay outside per his orders, waiting for his car. The night cloaks the place in eerie stillness. Desolate, chilling. A shiver crawls up my spine as headlights slice through the dark, illuminating the road. His car pulls up and Caesar steps out, striding toward us. You okay? He asks, voice steady. I nod, managing a weak, yes. And you? I ask, searching his face. Fine, he says, brushing it off. Handled it. I swallow hard, the gun from earlier flashing in my mind. Let's get inside, he says, leading the way. Before we cross the gates, a guard intercepts him, whispering. Mr. Petrov's waiting inside. Caesar stops cold. Why the hell did you let Petrov in without telling me? His voice is a low growl, venom dripping. My lord, we were just... I don't give a fuck about your excuses, he roars, making the guard flinch. We'll deal with this later. We step into the mansion, and a figure emerges from the shadows. Older, maybe 60, stocky with a smile that doesn't reach his eyes. Instinct screams danger. Caesar, the man says, too smooth. How have you been? Lukian, Caesar replies, irritation lacing his tone. What's the surprise visit about? Just got in from Russia with my daughters, Lukian says, chuckling. Thought I'd say hi to an old friend. I know where this is headed, Caesar mutters. Anya's dying to meet you, Lukian adds, grinning. Scarlett, go to your room, Caesar orders, his voice sharp but calm. I'm still behind him, half hidden by his broad frame. You live with a woman? Lukian's gaze flicks to me over Caesar's shoulder, curious and unsettling. Stay out of my life, Lukian, Caesar snaps, ice in his words. I don't explain myself to anyone, especially you. Lukian pales, backtracking. Dumb question, just surprised. The rumors said you lived alone. Caesar's glare cuts to me. I haven't moved. Shit. I don't know this guy, but I'm not sticking around to find out. Good night, I say, voice trembling, and bolt up the stairs, leaving them behind. I can't handle another day surrounded by men like that. Intimidating. Unpredictable. I need out. Tomorrow, I'm scouring those newspaper ads for a room. In my room, I peel off the dress and heels, tossing them aside, and slip into soft silk pajamas. I crawl under the sheets, craving the peace of sleep. Sunlight jolts me awake. The bedside clock blinks 7 a.m. Shit, I'm late for work. Panic surges as I leap out of bed, shower in a frantic blur, and grab the first clothes I see. Sweatshirt, jeans, white sneakers. I race downstairs, but the dining room's empty. No Caesar, no one. The mansion feels hollow, abandoned. He's probably in his office, but I can't stop to check. Carlo's waiting outside, and I hop in, ignoring his usual scowl. He drops me at the hotel entrance, and I sprint up the steps, weaving through the lobby to the maid's room. The other girls are long gone. Piles of clothes litter the basket, proof I'm the straggler. Damn it. I yank my uniform on, twist my hair into a messy bun, and shove the cleaning cart out the door, right into Mr. Levi's chest. Game over. You're late, Miss Bloom, he says, voice dripping with disdain. I'm sorry, I start, but excuses won't save me. What's wrong with you? He cuts in, furious. Did you think our guests would wait for you to grace us with your presence? That this is acceptable? I blink, stung. He's right, and I hate it. No, sir, I know my job. Then act like it, he sneers. You're a maid, here to clean up filth, not prance around like royalty. I drop my gaze, fists clenched, his words a humiliating gut punch. I understand, I mutter, biting back the sting. Bruce? A deep voice interrupts, smooth and firm from behind us. Mr. Ferraro, Levi says, turning, his tone shifting to deference. Caesar's voice behind us catches me off guard. How long has he been standing there? Tell me, Bruce, he says, his tone deceptively calm. Do you always treat your staff like this? Servants need to know their place, Mr. Ferraro. Levi replies, smug and unyielding. Caesar's face hardens, a flash of anger breaking his usual control. That's no way to treat a lady. I've always wondered how he keeps that gentlemanly mask when his eyes tell a darker story. She's just an employee. Levi scoffs. She's got to respect her role. You of all people should understand. That's where you're wrong, Caesar says, voice dropping to a dangerous edge. She was your employee. Excuse me? Levi blinks, caught off balance. You heard me, Caesar snaps. She's done here. Scarlett's a close friend, and she deserves better than your garbage. You disappoint me, Bruce. I don't deal with people who get off on trampling others. Mr. Ferraro, I didn't know... Levi stammers, backpedaling. Forget doing business with me. Caesar cuts him off, turning to me and taking my hand. Let's go. I wrench my hand free, stopping him. Wait, I can't do this. I need this job. You don't deserve this, he says, exasperation flaring. What? Is humiliation a hobby now? A skill you've mastered? Enough. I snap, fists clenched. I don't have anywhere else to go, Caesar. Jobs don't just fall out of the sky. I'm rooted to the spot, reeling. What just happened? Scarlett, he says, softer now. Ditch that uniform. It ties you to a shitty boss you don't need. I swallow hard. Did he really just... Why the hell didn't you tell me you knew him? Levi's yell echoes as Caesar pulls me toward the exit. I wrench my hand free, stopping him. Wait, I can't do this. I need this job. You don't deserve this, he says, exasperation flaring. What, is humiliation a hobby now? A skill you've mastered? Enough, I snap, fists clenched. I don't have anywhere else to go, Caesar. Jobs don't just fall out of the sky. Did you study anything? He asks, tilting his head. Yeah, I mutter. Hospitality and tourism. His brows lift slightly. Then why the hell are you a maid? Because New York's a grind, I say, bitter. Good offers don't come easy, unless it's creeps looking to prey on desperate grads. He exhales, sharp and frustrated, then locks eyes with me. I'll find you something decent. What? I balk. No way. I don't want your business, and I can handle this myself. Not my business, he clarifies, voice firm. You're smart, Scarlett. You deserve a real position. I'll sort it out myself. Don't worry. I shake my head, resisting. No arguing, he adds, cutting me off with a look that brooks no dissent. Fine. I relent, grudgingly. Okay. Can I ask a favor? He says, shifting gears. A big one. I owe you, I say, shrugging. Anything I can do, I will. What is it? Dinner tonight? Come with me. What? I thought you wanted me away from your shady contacts, I say, wary. Why ask me now? Lukian's not Mafia, he explains. Just a crooked stockbroker. No mob ties. I hesitate. It's a bad idea, I know it, but I promised I'd help if he needed me. And yeah, I'm in his debt. Fine, I sigh. I'll go. I'll handle everything, he says. Make sure you look perfect. No need, I protest. I've got stuff to wear. For me there is, he insists, a faint smile breaking through. Leave it to me. The afternoon drags on and I'm a mess of nerves. I don't know how to act or what to do because I'm terrible at events like this. Caesar's staff delivers 2 boxes early in the day. One holds a stunning red V-neck dress that screams elegance. My only decent option before was my old prom dress. The other box reveals a set of jewels that match perfectly. Come on, Scarlett, it's just dinner. You've got this. I shower fast and slip into the dress. The heart-shaped pendant gleams in the mirror when light hits it. I keep makeup simple with powder and blush and add a touch of highlighter to my eyes. My hair goes into a half ponytail because I'm not here to overdo it. A knock at the door snaps me out of it. I head downstairs with Bruno and find Caesar waiting at the entrance. Sorry if I'm late, I say. He's in a black suit that hugs his frame like it was made for him. Most of his wardrobe seems to stick to that color. I can't deny he looks damn good. Rugged and all man. You're not that late, he says and flashes a smile. I don't feel right in this dress, I admit. Could you just... You look like a Dia, he cuts in. A goddess. Heat floods my cheeks. Thanks for all this, I mumble. It's gorgeous and fancy, but it's not me. A dress is just fabric, he replies. It's nothing until a beautiful woman like you wears it. You make it shine. Andiamo. He offers his arm. My legs wobble and my breath catches as I take it. The car waits outside to whisk us away. We don't speak during the short drive. The place is new to me because I've never heard of it. Bruno will park, Caesar says, and pulls me from my daze. I've been staring at the lights decorating the entrance. It's like a London theater, I murmur. Wait till you see inside, he promises. We step through the doors and every head turns. Men eye him with wariness. Women watch with something hungrier. Imposing fits him to a T. We weave through the crowd until we reach Lukian from last night. He's with 2 blonde women now, young and sharp-eyed. Caesar, welcome, Lukian says and offers a thin smile. He barely glances at me. My daughters, Anya and Tanya Petrova. The blondes swoop in like hawks, their eyes glint with interest. Such a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Ferraro, Anya says and extends her hand. Father's told us so much. She's stunning, model perfect with clothes that cling just right. The pleasure's mine, Miss Petrova, Caesar replies and kisses her hand. She smirks, pleased. I look away. I feel stupid standing here. This is Miss Bloom, my companion, he says and gestures to me. I avoid their stares. Oh, I remember her, Lukian starts. She's that lovely woman from yesterday. She looks like... Caesar's glare shuts him down hard. I stay quiet. Anya and Tanya size me up with smirks and disdain in their eyes. Who do they think they are? I'd love a dance, Mr. Ferraro, Anya says and steps closer. Shall we? Of course, he replies. But first I need a word with Miss Bloom. Excuse us. He adjusts his suit and takes my arm. He leads me to a quiet corner. What's wrong? I ask. Did I mess up? Stay where I can see you, he says. Is something off? I press. Don't talk to anyone unless it's Bruno, he warns. Capisci? I nod. I'll be quick, he assures me. This nonsense ends now. He heads back to Anya and takes her hands. He guides her to the dance floor. Anya's face glows as she dances with Caesar. She's clearly smitten. I feel like a fool watching them. Why did he even bring me? I'm not some damn accessory. What was I thinking agreeing to this? I push up from the chair and head for the drinks. I grab a champagne glass and down it in one go. A few men leer at me. Gross, objectifying stares that make my skin crawl. I ignore them until one gets too close. Hello, he says. Caught you looking bored? I don't answer. I just want out. You're stunning, he presses. Here alone? I have to go. I mutter and turn back toward the table. Want to dance? He insists. She's with me. Caesar's voice cuts in, deep and unyielding, behind me. The guy stammers. Get lost, Caesar snaps. The man scurries off. I told you not to talk to anyone. He came out of nowhere, I protest. I couldn't dodge him. I said stay where I can see you, he repeats. His tone is hard. I stepped away because I'm not okay here, I admit. I said I'd come, but I don't belong. Why? He asks. What happened? Men stare like I'm meat, I say. Women judge me like I'm a joke. I don't fit. I should go back. No, he says. Stay with me. Tell me who's bothering you. I'll handle it. You know your handling could land you in jail? I shoot back. He laughs, a low, dark sound. Want me to fix it my way? Fine. He grabs my waist and pulls me flush against his chest. Solid and warm. Our feet hit the dance floor. You don't dance or talk to any man but me. This shows them you're off limits. They know who I am. They know how twisted their heads are. Follow me and hold my neck. My body shakes. He's so close I could drown in his scent. Woodsy and intoxicating. But I start. Do it, he orders. I grip his neck and lock eyes with him. His blue gaze pierces through me. He dips his head and presses a kiss to my neck, hot and fleeting. My breath hitches. I can't move. Sorry, he whispers against my ear. I'm a live wire. That single touch unravels me completely. Caesar, I manage. Let me go back to the table. I can't keep this up. No one will hassle you now, he promises. Nobody messes with Ferraro's women. Ferraro's women? I'm not one of your women. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this book. I will be uploading a new book every week. Also, don't forget to comment. I love Mafia romances for a chance to win a copy of the 6-book audiobook bundle, the full series.